Did you know that most people misunderstand what spiritual awakening really means? They think it's all about bliss, synchronicities, and feeling one with the universe. But here's the untold truth. Awakening isn't the finish line. It's the first step into a much deeper transformation. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like the universe was speaking directly to you, only for that magic to fade, leaving you confused and wondering if you've lost your way? It's not your imagination, and you're not alone. The journey doesn't stop when the signs fade. It begins. In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on what happens after spiritual awakening. You'll discover the challenges nobody talks about, like shifting relationships, heightened sensitivity, and even physical changes. But more importantly, I'll guide you through the process of turning these struggles into your greatest strength. This isn't just about awakening. It's about living with purpose, embracing your evolving role, and aligning with your highest self. Ready to uncover the truth about life after awakening? Let's dive in, because the answers you've been seeking are closer than you think. What if I told you that everything you've been searching for, answers, meaning, purpose, was always right in front of you, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself? That's what the first phase of spiritual awakening feels like. It's a rush, a flood of synchronicities that seem to say, "You're on the right path now." Numbers repeat. Strangers say things that feel eerily relevant. Life feels alive in a way it never did before. But here's the twist. This isn't the end game. It's the start of something far deeper. Have you felt this energy shift yet? In this stage, the world feels like it's bursting with possibility. You notice beauty in the mundane. A simple breeze feels like a message. A sunset looks like a masterpiece crafted just for you. Everything seems to connect. And for a moment, you think, this is it. I've arrived. But that's an illusion. Awakening doesn't stop here. It's merely opening the door. What lies beyond is both thrilling and demanding, like a treasure hunt that asks more of you with every step. You see, spiritual awakening isn't just about the fireworks. It's about the foundation. It's easy to get swept up in the magic, but the real work begins when the magic fades. And it will fade. The signs, the synchronicities, they'll quiet down eventually. Not because you've lost your way, but because the journey requires you to rely on your own inner compass. Can you trust yourself when the external guidance slows? That's the question this phase poses. This moment of awakening is like hearing a distant call. It's subtle but powerful, pulling you towards something unknown yet undeniably important. It's not just about discovering a new perspective on life. It's about peeling back layers of who you thought you were. This stage asks, are you ready to let go of what no longer serves you? It's a thrilling challenge, but not an easy one. And deep down, you know, the only way forward is through. But here's where it gets tricky. The shift from the magic of awakening to the deeper work of transformation isn't smooth. You might feel disoriented, like the universe has suddenly gone quiet. Emotional highs can give way to doubts. Physical changes, too, are common. You might feel tired, restless, or notice that certain foods or environments feel off. This isn't random. It's your body and soul aligning with higher vibrations. Have you felt this inner push to change? As this process unfolds, you may also notice your priorities shifting. Old habits, relationships, and even dreams might feel out of sync with who you're becoming. That can be unsettling, but it's also liberating. It's like shedding a skin that's become too tight. In this stage, you're being prepared for something deeper. A life of authentic living, guided not by external signs but by your own evolving purpose. What would that kind of life look like for you? Awakening, at its core, is an initiation. It's not about reaching a state of perfection. It's about stepping into your truth. And just as you're getting comfortable with the idea of awakening, life throws you a curveball: transformation. This is the crossroads where you decide if you're ready to integrate what you've learned and walk deeper into the unknown. The question is, Are you ready to embrace the next phase? At some point in your awakening journey, something strange happens. The synchronicities that once felt like cosmic breadcrumbs guiding your every move begin to fade. The once constant flood of signs slows to a trickle, and the magic feels like it's slipping away. This is where many people start to doubt. Did I imagine it all? Am I on the wrong path? The truth is, this quiet phase is not a setback, it's an invitation. The universe is nudging you to turn inward and rely on your own intuition. Can you hear it? As the external signs grow quieter, you might find yourself wrestling with confusion and even fear. Doubt creeps in, whispering that you've lost your way. It's like walking into a dense fog. You can't see what's ahead, and that uncertainty feels overwhelming. But this is exactly where the transformation begins. In the absence of external validation, you're forced to confront something far deeper: your own strength. Are you ready to discover how much power lies within you? This stage often brings you face to face with your shadow, the hidden fears, limiting beliefs, and unresolved emotions that have been buried for years. It's not easy to look at these parts of yourself, let alone embrace them. But here's the twist: your shadow isn't your enemy. It's a teacher, holding the lessons you need to grow. Imagine your doubts as mirrors, reflecting the areas where healing is needed. What might those reflections be trying to show you? One of the hardest parts of this phase is the sense of isolation. The energy shifts can make you feel disconnected from others, as if no one understands what you're going through. But solitude is a powerful tool. It forces you to dig deep, to find emotional resilience and clarity within yourself. Think of it as a cocooning process. Uncomfortable, yes, but necessary for transformation. How might this solitude be preparing you for something greater? During this time, you'll start to notice a subtle shift. The things you once relied on, signs, validations, even other people's opinions, begin to matter less. You start trusting your inner voice, realizing that your answers don't come from out there, but from within. This isn't an overnight change. It's a slow, often frustrating process. But with every small victory, you're building something unshakable: self-trust. Have you felt that quiet confidence growing inside you? And then, there's patience. Oh, patience. It's the unsung hero of transformation, and yet, it's the one thing we struggle with the most. This phase unfolds slowly, almost painfully so, but there's a reason for that. True growth can't be rushed. It needs time to take root. Think of a seedling. It doesn't bloom overnight. It grows steadily, drawing strength from the soil and light from the sun. Can you be gentle with yourself as you grow? These challenges aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Every doubt faced, every shadow embraced, every moment of solitude endured is preparing you for the next phase of your journey. The lessons from this stage are meant to be integrated, not rushed. And just as you begin to find your footing, a new question arises. How will you anchor these lessons in your life? That's the doorway to the next chapter, waiting for you to step through. After the whirlwind of awakening and transformation, there comes a surprising calm. For some, this quiet feels unsettling, even disappointing, as if the momentum has suddenly stalled. But make no mistake, this stillness is not an ending. It's a necessary pause, a sacred space where the lessons of awakening can take root. Think of it as the soil settling after a storm, creating the foundation for deeper growth. How often do we forget that silence, too, is part of the journey? This phase is all about integration, the process of grounding the insights you've gained so far. It's easy to chase new experiences or revelations, but real spiritual maturity comes from weaving these lessons into your daily life. During this time, you might feel less drawn to external pursuits and more compelled to turn inward. It's not about doing more. It's about being more present, more aware, more in tune with your evolving self. What lessons from your awakening are asking to be nurtured right now? As the dust settles, you'll notice an opportunity to deepen your connection with yourself. Without the constant external signs or high-intensity energy shifts, there's room to explore your inner world. Self-alignment becomes the focus, learning to listen to your intuition, honoring your emotions, and trusting your inner wisdom. This isn't flashy work, but it's profound. Have you ever noticed how clarity emerges when you give yourself permission to slow down? One of the greatest challenges in this phase is letting go of the need for constant excitement. Awakening often feels like riding a wave of discovery, but integration requires stepping off the wave and standing on solid ground. This can feel like a letdown, but it's actually a gift. Without the overwhelm of newness, you can focus on cultivating balance and stability. What would happen if you shifted your focus from what's next to what's here? Grounding is essential during this phase, and there are practical ways to support yourself. Spending time in nature is one of the simplest and most powerful techniques. Walking barefoot on the earth, feeling the sun on your skin, or even sitting quietly under a tree. Journaling can help, too, allowing you to process emotions and anchor your insights. Meditation, breath work, and body movement like yoga or Tai Chi are also excellent ways to reconnect with your mind-body connection. Which of these grounding practices could you try today? The quietness of integration is often misunderstood as stagnation, but it's anything but. Stillness allows you to absorb, reflect, and realign with your higher vibrations. It's like the moment a symphony pauses before a crescendo. The silence carries its own power, setting the stage for what comes next. What if you started seeing this quiet phase as a vital part of your evolution? As you embrace this phase, something beautiful begins to happen. You develop a sense of emotional resilience and stability. The highs and lows of awakening smooth into a steady rhythm, and your energy feels more aligned. This isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a new chapter, where growth feels less like a roller coaster and more like a gentle unfolding. And now, the question arises: how will you carry this newfound stability into your relationships and daily life? Have you ever noticed how your body seems to speak louder during times of inner transformation? That's no coincidence. During spiritual awakening, the body often mirrors the changes happening on a deeper level. You might experience unexpected physical shifts, unexplained fatigue, bursts of energy, or even a sensitivity to certain foods or environments. These aren't random symptoms. They're signals, your body's way of aligning with the heightened vibrations you're stepping into. Have you been listening to what your body is trying to say? One of the most common shifts is heightened sensitivity, not just emotionally, but physically too. Sounds might feel sharper, certain environments overwhelming, and even the presence of others can feel heavier or lighter depending on their energy. This sensitivity is both a gift and a challenge, giving you the ability to perceive subtle energy but also requiring careful management. It's like tuning into a frequency you never knew existed. How can you use this sensitivity to better understand yourself and the world around you? As your energy aligns with higher vibrations, your lifestyle naturally begins to shift. You might crave healthier foods, feel drawn to more nourishing habits, or lose interest in activities that drain you. It's not about forcing change. It happens organically. Perhaps you've noticed a sudden aversion to processed foods or a newfound love for quiet mornings in nature. These changes are your body's way of saying, "This is what I need to thrive." What small adjustments could you make today to support this process? You might also feel sensations in your body that are hard to explain. Tingling, warmth, or even a subtle vibration in your hands, feet, or chest. These are signs of energy flowing through you in new ways. It's not uncommon to feel this during meditation or moments of deep emotion. These sensations can feel strange at first, but they're a reminder of the powerful connection between your physical and energetic bodies. Have you felt this surge of energy within you yet? Of course, not all physical shifts feel pleasant. There may be days of intense fatigue, headaches, or even flu-like symptoms, often referred to as ascension symptoms. While these can be uncomfortable, they're temporary and manageable. Grounding practices like drinking plenty of water, getting enough rest, and using breath work can help ease the discomfort. Remember, your body is adjusting to an entirely new way of being. How can you offer yourself the care and patience you need during this transition? This phase offers a powerful opportunity to deepen your mind-body connection. You'll start to see how your thoughts, emotions, and energy influence your physical state, and vice versa. Meditation, yoga, and mindfulness practices can help you tune into this relationship, creating a harmony between your inner and outer worlds. Imagine your body as a vessel for the energy you wish to embody. How can you care for it in a way that supports your highest self? These shifts, while intense, are ultimately tools to help you grow. They teach you to trust your intuition, honor your needs, and align with the higher vibrations of your journey. The physical and energetic changes prepare you for a life of greater connection, resilience, and purpose. As you step into this next phase, you might wonder, how will these newfound energies transform your relationships and the world around you? Have you ever noticed how certain relationships seem to shift when you're going through a personal transformation? It's not that anyone's at fault, it's simply a matter of energy. As your vibrations rise, the dynamics around you naturally change. Some people may feel like a perfect match for your new energy, while others might seem distant or out of sync. This can be both liberating and bittersweet. Are you starting to see these shifts in your own life? During this phase, you may find that some relationships begin to fade away. It's not about abandoning anyone. It's about honoring the natural ebb and flow of life. Certain connections were there to serve a purpose, a lesson, a shared moment of growth, but they aren't meant to last forever. Letting go can be painful, but it also creates space for more authentic bonds to emerge. Who in your life feels aligned with the person you're becoming? As old connections fade, new ones often take their place. These aren't surface-level relationships. They're deeper, more fulfilling, built on shared values and mutual growth. You'll find yourself drawn to people who resonate with your evolving purpose, those who uplift and inspire you. These authentic bonds are like mirrors, reflecting the truth of who you are. Can you imagine the power of surrounding yourself with people who truly understand your journey? Of course, letting go isn't always easy. There's a mourning process for the relationships that no longer fit, and sometimes, guilt or self-doubt creeps in. You might wonder if you've made the right choice or if you could have done more to maintain the connection. These feelings are valid, but they're also temporary. They're part of the emotional resilience you're building on this path. How can you honor what was, while embracing what's to come? Not every relationship is meant to grow alongside you. Some will, and that's a beautiful thing. Shared growth can deepen bonds like nothing else. But others might resist change or feel threatened by your transformation. It's important to remember, this isn't a reflection of your worth or theirs. It's simply a divergence of paths. Can you find peace in allowing each person to follow their own journey? As your sensitivity to energy heightens, so does your need for boundaries. You'll start to notice how certain people or environments affect your energy, and you'll need to protect your well-being accordingly. This doesn't mean shutting people out. It means being intentional about how you spend your time and who you share your space with. Have you established the boundaries that support your highest self? In time, you'll begin to build a community of like-minded souls who truly get you. These aren't just friends, they're your chosen family, people who share your vision and values. Together, you'll create a circle of support that nurtures growth, joy, and higher vibrations. This is the power of alignment, and it's one of the most rewarding aspects of your journey. But what happens when even these deep connections challenge you to grow further? That's the next chapter waiting to unfold. Imagine having a superpower that lets you feel the world more deeply. The subtle shifts in energy, the emotions behind someone's words, even the vibration of a space as you enter it. That's what heightened sensitivity feels like. It's not just an added layer of awareness. It's a whole new way of experiencing life. At first, It might feel overwhelming, even confusing. But what if I told you this sensitivity is one of your greatest gifts? Have you begun to notice this profound connection to your surroundings? With heightened sensitivity comes an amplification of emotions. Joy feels more vibrant, but sadness cuts deeper, too. You may find yourself crying over things that once barely fazed you or laughing until your stomach hurts at the simplest pleasures. While this emotional depth can feel intense, it's also a doorway to greater self-discovery. Your emotions aren't just reactions, they're messages guiding you toward your true self. What are your emotions trying to tell you today? This sensitivity isn't limited to emotions, it extends to energy, too. You might walk into a room and instantly sense the mood, even before anyone speaks. Certain people may feel uplifting, while others leave you drained. It's as though you've tuned into an energetic frequency you didn't know existed. This awareness is powerful, but it also requires discernment. How do you manage the energy you absorb from the world around you? The downside of this gift is the potential for overwhelm. Crowded spaces, loud environments, or even prolonged social interactions can feel exhausting. It's like your system is processing more input than it's used to. This isn't a weakness. It's a call to prioritize your well-being. Learning to manage this overstimulation is essential. How do you create moments of quiet in a world that's constantly buzzing? Grounding practices are your best allies here. Simple techniques like deep breathing, spending time in nature, or practicing mindfulness can help you center yourself. Visualize roots extending from your feet into the earth, anchoring you in the present moment. Journaling can also provide clarity, helping you process the emotions and energy you encounter. These practices aren't just for calming down, they're tools for mastering your sensitivity. Which grounding practice speaks to you the most? Once you learn to manage this sensitivity, it becomes an invaluable guide. It helps you make decisions that align with your truth, avoid situations that drain you, and recognize opportunities that resonate with your purpose. Sensitivity isn't about being fragile, it's about being finely tuned to the nuances of life. How can you use this gift to navigate your journey with greater authenticity? As you embrace this heightened awareness, you'll notice it naturally aligning with your evolving purpose. Your ability to perceive deeply and connect authentically is a cornerstone of living a meaningful life. But here's the exciting part. This sensitivity is just one piece of the puzzle. How will it fit into the bigger picture of your purpose-driven life? That's the next chapter waiting to unfold. When awakening touches your life, something remarkable happens. Your priorities begin to shift. The things you once chased, success, approval, or material gains, start to lose their grip on you. Instead, there's a deeper pull toward meaning and impact. It's not just about achieving goals anymore. It's about living authentically. You begin to ask, what truly matters? How can I live in a way that feels aligned with my soul? Have you felt this quiet but powerful shift in your own life? Authentic living is the heart of purposeful existence. It's about stripping away the masks and showing up as your true self. This isn't always easy. It requires courage to make choices that align with your values, even when they go against societal norms. But the reward is undeniable. A life that feels honest, free, and deeply fulfilling. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your actions reflect who you truly are. What would that kind of life look like for you? Living with purpose isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about contributing to the collective. Your actions, no matter how small, ripple outward and inspire others. Whether it's through kindness, creativity, or leadership, you begin to see how your unique gifts can uplift those around you. Purpose isn't found in grand gestures. It's in the quiet, consistent ways you show up for the world. How might your life inspire someone else today? Stepping into your purpose can feel daunting. Change is never easy, and doubts may creep in. What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? These fears are natural, but they're also opportunities for growth. Purpose doesn't require perfection. It requires willingness. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. What's one small action you can take today toward living more intentionally? Purpose doesn't have to mean quitting your job or starting a movement. It's about finding meaning in the ordinary. For example, you might practice active listening with loved ones, volunteer in your community, or simply bring mindfulness to your daily tasks. Small, meaningful actions add up, creating a life rich with intention. What's one practical way you can infuse purpose into your routine right now? One important truth about purpose is that it's not a fixed destination. Just as you evolve, so does your purpose. The key is staying open and adaptable, allowing your journey to unfold naturally. What feels meaningful today might shift tomorrow, and that's okay. Purpose isn't about locking yourself into one path. It's about continually aligning with what feels authentic. How can you embrace the evolving nature of your purpose? As you integrate these lessons and begin to live more purposefully, you'll notice a profound change. Life feels more connected, more vibrant. Every decision, every interaction becomes a reflection of your inner truth. And yet, this is just the beginning. Living with purpose sets the stage for even greater growth and discovery. So now, the question remains, how will this alignment shape the next chapter of your journey? Now that you've seen the untold truth about life after spiritual awakening, it's clear that this journey is so much more than signs and synchronicities. It's about growth, resilience, and stepping into your most authentic self. Every challenge you face, whether it's shifting relationships, heightened sensitivity, or finding your purpose, is an opportunity to evolve into who you're truly meant to be. But here's the thing, knowing is only the first step. Doing is where transformation happens. So let me ask you, what's one insight from today's video that you can apply to your life right now? Drop it in the comments, because your journey might inspire someone else to take their next step. If this video gave you a new perspective, share it with someone special who's also on their path. Let's grow this community together. And don't stop here, there's more waiting for you. Click on the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into mastering the art of authentic living. I promise, it's the next step you've been waiting for. Let's continue this journey together.